to our live stream. I'm Stoner.
And I'm Lush.
This is Stoner and Lush. Blech. See, that's edit that out and start over.
We
Anyway,
can't. It's live.
I know, and that's a little concerning. Anyway, this is Stoner and Lush, and today we are going to talk about soundtracks. Some of our
Yeah.
some that just are the best, some that. So we have a small list, and we'll see where it takes us.
That's
Hopefully,
right. Yeah.
deep conversation. So we'll see. So, John, do you have the list, or is it just me that has the list right now?
You have the list. I
Okay.
have most of them in my head.
Okay, I got you. Okay, so the
Yeah.
first one I have on the list is Young Guns 2.
With Blaze of Glory.
Down in a blaze of glory. Yeah, I love that. It's take me down for the truth. I love that.
Bon Jovi has a lot of great hits. Let's
Yeah.
face it. Even if you don't like them, you can't deny that they're not big hits.
Oh,
And that him being the front runner of that soundtrack, it's
yeah.
good.
I agree.
It's good.
Very good, and even the rest of the songs, like for the score, is really good too. I enjoy that one quite a bit.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I
There's a lot of good that's one of those movies that has nice good music in it for sure.
right, yeah. So number 2 on our list of what we could think of was Pick of Destiny, Tenacious D. Gotta love that because
Oh
it's
my god.
you got to get your daily dose of D. It's like getting the lead out. It's so important. It's like a workout. It's so
I
important because it's just such a perfect laugh, release, frustration, balance. It just gets it all out.
I mean, because it's very well done, but it's also comical at the same time
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
its own moments, and it can be serious, like, "Dude, I totally miss you." There I
So
can put
great.
that CD in and just listen to it nonstop, and I can picture all the moments in the movie that
Yeah.
those songs are happening. Um, Definitely one of my top favorites,
Yeah.
for sure.
I love Jack Black. He's like one of my idols. I absolutely adore him. Okay, next is The Lost Boys. That one is a
Lo
good one. I have several of
Lost
them.
Boys is great. I mean, that Doors song is fantastic for one, and it's such a great, choice for the opening of that movie.
Mhm.
And then you got the famous saxophone player, I forget his name, but he doing, like, the half
I
naked
do
saxophone
believe.
scene. But he's famous too, and that song is quite famous for
Yeah,
that as well.
yeah,
So,
yeah. I
yeah.
absolutely love there's one, I dang it, I forget the title of it, something with the shadows, and it's when they go and they motorbike on the beach, and it's like, "Sail
Right.
into the night." I love that one. That's such a good.
Yeah.
And then you have I don't Cry Little Sister is so good because it's every time you see it, it's like, "Whoa, that's the Lost
Yeah.
Boys there," and it's just like,
There
"Oh,
is Yeah. Like, every moment that they have, like, a certain song in there, like the very orchestral style and song a cappella songs that are in there, it's creates such a great moment, and in those movies, they're filmed so well, like, that one was filmed so well with
yeah."
the music being, like, entangled into what you're seeing, you
There's
know?
so many awesome layers to that movie. The actors, the makeup. I mean, that's just one of the ones I can get lost in that movie. It's so easy to do. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just like you just fall in love with everything. Like everything comes full circle, and it's like, my God, this is amazing. You
Right?
know?
Yeah.
That's how I feel
Absolutely.
anyway.
Yeah. I agree. Like,
Okay.
if we could edit it in right now, I'd edit in, "Oh," what do they say? Oh, I can't remember what the line is. Um, oh shit, I just fucked that up. Never mind. Just moving on. I
Dazed and
screwed up. What?
dazed and confused.
Oh,
Exactly.
Dazed and Confused.
Oh my god, what the heck?
Ben, hello. Thank you for subscribing.
Yeah,
W
Ben. Yeah.
yeah, what is up with that?
We're gonna remove that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. No, bye-bye. This is YouTube. Don't be doing that. Uh,
Thank you.
shit, now I forgot what we were talking about. Oh, Dazed and Confused, right,
That's what we feel like right now after that. Thank you so
right.
much for subscribing and liking. So Days of Confused is awesome and actually has two soundtracks, two separate ones. And
It
they're
was a double discer, yeah.
well, I didn't know it was doubles. They sold it in the singles. Like they didn't put it together.
Oh, right, yeah, yeah, but there
Yeah,
was, like, a yellow color and a blue color or something like
right.
that
Yeah, yeah, or
covered.
pink and blue. Pink and
Yeah,
yeah.
I can't yeah, there was 2 different colors, though. Yeah,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
yeah. With both of the same smiley face on it, just
Right.
different colors on the albums, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
There's
Such
so
a
many good ones there. They got
fantastic soundtrack.
Alice Cooper, Foghat. I mean, it just goes on like it's just so many good ones on there. And then the
Yeah,
movie, forget it. Instant favorite when I saw it, instantly. It
yeah.
had to.
I mean, I still iconically use some of the lines from that movie just to make a joke or
Yeah.
whatever, and see who and look around and see who notices what I said because
Like,
then I can
anyone
tell
that? Anyone? Anyone?
tell what they've
Anyone?
seen or, like, what time the frame they were born in.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah. Like,
but it's no, the soundtrack is fantastic, and it is, like, I mean, obviously older stuff. It's from the '70s, but it's every song is killer, you know?
yes.
So,
Little Nicky.
Little Nicky. Now, I don't really know that soundtrack very well. I think you know it better than I do.
A lot of people had remind because I was just like, really? I remember taking my picture on that because I really loved that song at the time. But it has Deftones, it has dang it, I'm drawing a blank. Incubus in there. But it has all these bands that are really good, but I never really noticed, the soundtrack or owned it. I mean, everyone said that that was
Right.
a popular one, so
Okay, okay. I didn't like I said, I was unaware of what was on that soundtrack, so I, you know, couldn't tell you.
Ben is my name says that movie is mean. I could not get past how they beat that kid. Well, that was back in the 70s. It was kind of like it was totally different, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was definitely a different time to grow up in.
Yeah.
Uh,
Now it's not. Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely not the same these days.
No, definitely not. You would not get away with that today.
No. Um, what other ones you got on the list there? Because I got a few I can think of right now.
Last Action Hero was your favorite. Oh, was a good movie. Yeah. Okay, John, why don't you I have a tons more here, but why don't you give some of your favorites? Or
Well, some of my favorites, I would say Spawn. Now, I don't know if you've ever heard the movie wasn't that great, but
no,
the
I didn't.
soundtrack was pretty decent. They would take like a DJ person and a rock band or something, and they would do a song together. Which
I didn't
I
know.
mean, there wasn't many great songs on it, but I really loved Silverchair's Spawn.
Okay.
They did a song called "Spawn" on that, and then they did a different version of it on their album, which is, I think, why I liked it so much because I could hear 2 different versions of the same
Collaboration.
song. Yeah. Um, next on my best soundtrack list would be, um, "Cruel Intentions" was pretty good. Um,
I didn't think about that one. No, you're right about that. That's some good ones on there.
yeah, my wife had mentioned that the other day, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, because it has" it I can't even remember the name of the
I
song,
can
but
hear the songs like
I can hear it in my head.
every
You
ooh,
know,
yeah. I remember when they're in the beginning. That's a good one.
yeah,
Uh,
that's like
yeah.
the main. It's almost like the main theme to it in a way.
Well, what's the one that's at the end when she passes out the diary or the copies of the diary? It's, that the Verve Sweet Symphony.
Yeah,
Bitter
yeah, Sweet
Bitter
Symphony, I think
that's a
that's
big
what it is.
that was a
Yeah.
really popular one.
Yeah,
Um,
and I think it was
that one.
fit well in the scenery of what was happening and stuff. So I think, like, whoever decide like, because there's a guy that's deciding what music to put in what
Right.
scenes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who that was, but they did a good job. I think that was a very fitting song for that spot. Because like, some movies, you either have someone writing music and creating it for it, or you're taking other music and just placing it in.
Yeah.
And that was a placement, but it was a perfect placement,
Yeah.
you know? So, yeah,
Dee Okay.
I think anyway. I don't know.
Another one on the list.
Um, some of my other favorite soundtracks would be, well, I think this is on the list, but Batman,
Oh, Tim Burton?
Tim Burton's
Yeah.
Batman.
Yes, I
Yes.
agree with that very much so, because that Prince song alone, "Pardon My Hand," like, that one alone, I love that one. Like, I just like
Right? Yeah.
but it is a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. It really sets the scene for that style of Joker too. He's like kind of off the wall at that point, opposed to being like how serious he was at the beginning of the movie, and now all of a sudden he's a little more,
Right.
like,
Like
and I think that fits so well. And yeah, like the rest of the music in the movie too, I think all like fits well, and
yeah, I agree.
I
Well, it's
think
a
it's
Tim
a it's
Burton
a great
score, so
soundtrack.
even besides the soundtrack, which is pretty good, but I mean, the Tim Burton score alone is, like, really powerful because it's Tim Burton. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, and like that opening sound for the Batman theme.
Right, 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 yeah.
Doo, 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 like, dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun, 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 like, I think it's Danny Elfman that does it. He is a master when it comes to scoring music for
yeah.
movies. Because I think he did, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he did Star Wars. He's done Batman. I know he's done other
Good.
movies. I think he did Home Alone even, maybe. Um,
Ben says, "Only 2 Jokers, the best, Jack and Heath."
those were I believe in our Joker episode, those were the top 2 Jokers, I think.
No,
Weren't they?
no. You have to
Who was
watch
the
the
top 2 Jokers? I don't remember. Who was it?
Really? Oh my
Yeah,
god. You were
I
there.
I
Go to
know Heath
the
was
episode, Ben. Tell us what you think because obviously Don doesn't remember.
I thought it was Jack and Heath. I know it's Heath for one, but
Wow. You need to drink some more water. Do you got some near you?
yes.
Hydrate up.
Hydrate.
Hydrate. Time to hydrate. That was not a hydrate enough. More hydrate.
She's gonna turn me into, instead of Stoner and Lush, it's gonna be Stoner and water.
Yeah, it's gonna be high quality H2O. Stoner and high quality
Yeah, the
H2O.
glass is empty now, so
Thank you.
um
Next on the list, what do you got?
I would say Judgment Night is a
Yeah,
fantastic
we have that
soundtrack.
here as well. Yes, that one I definitely agree. So
Jack has the best transformation, Ben says. Yes, it is a fantastic transition of him going from very serious to just kind of psycho-ish. Not psycho-ish, sorry. Mafia style,
no, yes, yes, I definitely see that. Well, in the
right?
beginning, he's dealing with that stuff anyway, isn't he?
Yeah, he's basically that before, but this time,
Yeah.
now with the smile on his face, he takes things a little bit funnier and messes with you
I
while
def
still being that
I
in the
definitely
background,
agree with the transformation that Jack has the best transformation because he goes from normal to, crazy. But it is a very like that movie is just done so well.
Yeah.
I love it for so many reasons, like just the setup, the filmography, like it's or cinematography rather. it's just I
I
love it.
would think the best transformation for Joker on screen would be, well, the Joker with Joaquin Phoenix, because you really get a better idea of what the Joker's character like
Yeah,
before he becomes the Joker.
yeah.
You
No,
know, he's beaten, he's bullied, he's teased, like all these bad things to him.
yeah,
And then he just snaps and becomes this kind of other persona.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
think that was the best transformation that we've seen on screen of him. Because the one in like I love Tim Burton's Batman, don't get me wrong, but that transition was so fast. It's like all of a sudden he just fell in a pile of slime and changed. Where this one you get to see he's been hit, he's been kicked, he's been punched, he's been beaten down to the point where he needs to become something else to stand up for himself.
yeah.
That's why we care for the Joker in that version,
Oh, of course.
right?
Rory roars. Oh, hey, hey, Rory.
Hello.
Ben is my name says Michael Keaton had the most dynamics. I can agree with that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah,
Michael Keaton kicks butt
and
anyway.
he was the underdog at the time. People didn't think he would
I
make a great Batman.
You know what? I totally see it in his eyes though. Just when he's like, "I'm Batman." It's like, drop the
Yeah.
mic. Who's like
Yeah.
who says no? Who?
Right?
You know?
Yeah.
Because they're wrong.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're right.
He's a kick butt Batman. He's a kick butt actor anyway. He did Beetlejuice. Did you ever see him in the movie Pacific Heights? Oh God,
There's
creepy.
another one called, what was it called? Last Cop or something Cop.
I think I know what you're talking about. Where he was like a crooked cop.
Yeah, I think so.
I think I've
Yeah.
seen parts of it, or maybe I've seen it.
I think it came out before Batman came out or something. I can't remember exactly what the name of it, but he was really good in that.
Got Rory nickname from a friend. Oh, okay, cute. Well, welcome, Becca. um,
Oh, hello. Um, all right, what's the next, what else do you have on the list there?
Friday.
Oh, Friday. Yeah.
I
You can't forget
love
that.
the movie with my whole heart. It was so good. It was something that I watched over and over again, and I absolutely, absolutely love the soundtrack. It is so good. Just Ice Cube's Friday alone is good, but they have this one
Yeah.
track by Cypress Hill where you can't find it. It's so hard to find it. It's called Roll 'em Up, Light 'em Up, Smoke It, something like that.
Oh.
So difficult to find it, and that is where you can find it. But even when you go to find it with the album, like online, that one's like it's like
It's like a
not high
rarity.
or
A
anything. It's like
rarity.
you can't get it.
Yeah.
It's like faded out. So
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, I was so I found it on here on YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. But I can't buy it.
Ah, yeah, so you have to, like, look it up every time you wanna hear it.
Well, yeah, and that's fine. But usually, if I add it to my thing, because I pay for something like every month with my music on my phone, so it's like
Oh,
I can't
right, yeah, yeah.
find it. I can't buy it.
Ah, okay. The
Eh,
Crow, I that was gonna be my next that
Okay,
you in my brain or something? Um, The Crow is a fantastic,
yeah.
soundtrack.
My name says The Crow, and that one is a good one. I that movie is so sad. Even when I come across edits on like TikTok, I'm just like, I came across one I think it was no, it was yesterday morning, and I was just like, oh my god, the part where he's like Eric, or she's like Eric, and I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
and I can't like it's like you say it's okay for you to watch certain things. Like I personally can't watch that film because he dies in it, like literally dies in it, and they still use it. It's kind of creepy.
I know, and it's I thought I knew what scene it was before, but I recently discovered exactly what scene it is.
For
It's when he's in the apartment room with the one single guy, and he shoots at him, and he shoots him in the hand, and he's like, "Ha ha 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 ha."
Mm.
It was during one of the shooting scenes for that. I
See,
thought it was when he was on the table
that's what I
and
heard.
everyone was shooting at him, but I'm pretty sure it's that one, and that actor said he had a hard time for a very long time thinking about what happened that day.
See, that's interesting. Ever for the rumor for years, it was him on the table.
I know, and
Years.
I think it's the other scene
That
because when I heard that interview or read that article about it, I was like, "That's where it happened then,"
there was 2 movies
because
that
they
I
were doing reshoots, and he didn't get to finish all the reshoots, so they just
right.
used the original material to
Yeah,
finish the movie.
yeah.
So,
I can't with like, that's one of the movies that I haven't seen since I was, like, in the last time I seen it was in high school, and I'm just like, "I can't with this movie." It's like a kinda like a tearjerker for me because it's so depressing.
yeah,
So, I haven't seen
I
it in
get it.
so long,
It's
but
still a great movie,
oh,
and
yeah.
but
It's so because
it
I
is sad knowing exactly what happened while that was happening,
yeah,
like
it's just that Lee curse they blame it on. I
yeah,
don't whatever.
right?
Ben is my name says La Bamba. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really into Richie Valens. The movie was good, but probably won't
Rory
Rory.
says, "Probably why I don't know the movie." Oh, which movie? The Crow or La Bamba? I'm not sure which movie you mean.
It's like quick. No.
Um,
Um,
so I guess, my next one would be, um, as far as, like, soundtrack soundtracks go, man, I we already went over Judgment Rainbow. Um, Back to the Future has a pretty good soundtrack. I'm gonna throw that one in there.
yeah, I mean the movie's epic, but I mean I wouldn't really. Rory Moore says either I think I don't watch nor remember movies well. Well, darn it. That's why we're here to remind you because we remember it
Yeah.
like it was yesterday. Ben is my name says Bloodsport. I don't know about that. I've never seen it.
I don't know if Bloodsport had a great soundtrack or not. Now,
Stand by
if anything over Bloodsport had a great soundtrack, we're looking at
look,
like
stand
Wayne's World
Stand by Me is a great soundtrack.
soundtrack. Oh, Stand
It
by Me.
has
Yeah.
it has all
Yes.
those wonderful things from wonderful tracks from the 50s. Wonderful things. I don't know where my brain is today. Wonderful tracks. I'm in so much pain. Wonderful tracks from the 50s. God. But and then
Yeah.
that is just so beautiful. It's one of those movies that you just can't not see. You have to see it at least once. At
Yeah.
least. Oh, it's crazy.
And I
Um,
mean, I I think sorry, I think this one was on the list. Forrest Gump.
yeah, it was.
That was a really good soundtrack as well.
Rory roars, you can be that part of my brain. I shall, or we shall.
That's
ben
why you come and watch our channel.
Ben says, I just like Stan Bush musician. Cumita? I'm not familiar with Stan Bush. Or I guess
Um,
that name of that one of his tracks is Cumita.
yeah,
Cumita?
I'm not
I don't know.
sure. Um,
Not really. But I've never seen Bloodsport, so I have no idea. No,
Bloodsport's an old Van Damme movie, but um,
yeah.
there, I'm gonna smoke. I don't care, YouTube.
Oh, I don't want that to. Oh, is it?
Sorry, I'll keep it out. Bloodsport theme song. Yeah, I don't really remember the theme song from that though.
I don't care anybody says The Bodyguard is an absolutely gorgeous soundtrack. Whitney Houston, she was just such a beautiful soul. She just was broken.
That was pretty. pretty big and epic when it came out.
I actually had that because I liked so many of her songs on it as a kid.
Yeah.
'Cause like, she just had the voice of a pure angel, like, you couldn't get like, nobody in my world tops Whitney's voice. Like, there is no other Whitney ever. It's just Whitney.
Yeah.
So, I just had to gush for
Well, only a name I recognize at least, although no memory. Oh, well, it had just, a lot of songs from the different
Oh, Forrest
time,
Gump was a double that was
you
a
know.
double disc.
It
It
was a double disc, yeah, because it was from every time zone, like, every decade that he was alive in, right?
right,
So
and that one was great. It had,
yeah.
Aquarius, that one, and it had Buffalo saying, "Oh, hey, do what does" that one. And, God, there's just so many good ones in there.
I think
I
there was even an Elvis song in there because they had the
yeah,
Elvis character
yeah,
in there
right,
and
there's
stuff, yeah.
so many.
Yeah, it was a really good, soundtrack.
Blow.
Oh, Blow was a good
Blow is
soundtrack too, yeah,
amazing, that movie with Johnny Depp,
yeah,
the cocaine, smugglers, amazing movie,
yeah,
even better soundtrack, like, that had the Rolling Stones in it. "Can you hear it again?" it had,
yeah,
"Can you see" I love that one with Marshall Tucker Band, that one is just so damn beautiful, I love that one, I've loved that one for years, but, yeah,
good
that
mix.
Blow is just amazing. I know that song, Rory.
Yeah,
What that sound I couldn't think it was like Buffalo's it wasn't I was gonna say a Buffalo Sawmill, but that's not right, it's Buffalo Springfield. Like, I'm just like, I'm in my brain hurts, my back hurts. I'm sorry, everybody.
I'm trying
Uh,
to think of a lot of different music right now too.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas was another great one.
Yep,
Love that
yep,
one. So many good ones. White Rabbit has always been one of my favorites. I know it's been very overdone in certain movies, but I absolutely love it and will always love
yeah,
it.
no.
It's just
And
so
I just like I said before, like certain songs and certain scenes in certain movies, when I hear the song, I picture that.
right.
You know,
That's what I do. Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. Same thing, like,
right?
I'll bring up a Top Gun. That was on our, list right there because it is great. I mean, Kenny Loggins was Mr. 80s music man. He had so many hits in the 80s because of movies. He
Right,
had
yeah.
Across the Sky. I think it was called Across the Sky from Over the Top. But everybody like that movie's like, oh, so weird. But everybody loves the song. But
Yeah, yeah,
Ben is my name. Everybody loves Johnny Depp. Rory says it's a link memory part of our brains. Yes, it immediately goes to that, and yes, everybody
yeah,
loves Johnny Depp. Like, if
yeah,
I think if you don't like him, especially in the movie Blow, something wrong with you.
right.
Right?
You sympathize with the criminal in that. It's the same as like, he's like the Heisenberg of of cocaine instead of, uh, meth, you know what I mean? Like,
God, I just
sorry, YouTube, you're probably gonna destroy us for saying those words,
probably.
um, but seriously, because like, you sympathize with that character the entire movie, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Go through his entire span of life. You
and
start
he
with
does such a great job at it, like, and
oh,
especially doing the different decades, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, yeah, and it was a
yeah,
shame that the guy that made it, he had died from cocaine overdose. Die.
yeah, yeah, and then the guy who's done it well, he's finally out of jail now, I don't know if he's reconnected with his daughter, but
He's
he
passed
did
on.
get out of jail already, so, hey,
I think George is
George
passed.
Young.
I don't think he's with us anymore.
Oh, did he pass away?
I think he might have. I don't have
Oh,
it
damn.
right now, but I think he might have. Um,
It happens, it happens. YouTube be YouTube.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is. I really don't care. But it's been a half hour already, and we've gotten through pretty much everything.
Yeah, so if you guys think of any other great, soundtracks that you guys loved over the years, please let us know. There's probably a ton that we missed, I know. There's a lot out there, so, um, but if you're watching this after it's being live, please hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe button,
Hit
hit
the
the like button,
hit the
and
com.
comment, and until next time,
Bye, guys.
bye.